Just a little, just a little. Okay, so welcome, my seniors. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, seniors, welcome in, and welcome to Golden Focus Talk with Viv. So today we're going to be talking about seniors that are on fixed income, how seniors can protect their peace of mind. A lot of time, when you're retired, you're on a fixed income. And I'm going to teach you some ways today how to cut budget. Okay, so you are watching Golden Focus Talk with Viv. So I am so excited that you're here and welcome everybody. Welcome into Golden Focus Talk. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm Viv Cunningham with Preferred Real Estate Brokers, and today we are going to be talking about something that many seniors dealing with right now. I have spoken to so many seniors, and they are living on a fixed income, and they talk about all kinds of safe stuff. They ask me questions. So some of these topics that I get them from seniors asking me question when they're trying to relocate to Florida. So a lot of seniors are asking, how do I make the money that I earn or I have? How do I make it stretch? How do I keep up with the rising cost of bills? And yes, it is. I even teach that to my home buyers, first time home buyers as well. How to cut your budget. Okay. How do I keep up with the rising cost of bill? How do I enjoy life without stressing every month financially? Because remember, the money that you get, it is limited. It's limited. So, you got to make it stretch. So, I'm going to give you some ways of how to make it stretch and what to look for in your checkbook. I'll let things that you can do and things that you should not do, and how you can make your budget work a lot better for you. And so, let me tell you something. You are not alone. You are not alone because everyone is in the same budget. As realtor, we live on a frugal budget because we never know when we're going to get a closing. So I know how seniors live. You know how you have to be frugal. When it comes to your finances. So things like groceries are going up, insurance is going up, and taxes is going up. People wonder why does insurance goes up. Insurance goes up because of the storms that are in Florida or something like that, so it rise your cost. And taxes goes up because the price of your home goes up, so you're paying more money because you now your home is worth a lot more, and it has a lot more equity inside of it. The other day, a couple of days ago, I talked about a HECM loan, where you can get a loan, not necessarily a loan, but you don't have to worry about paying mortgage if you're 62 years and older. You can get something called an ECM loan, where you can only have to worry about paying your taxes, your HOA, and your insurance, and then once you have enough equity inside your home, you don't have to worry about paying a mortgage. It's like a reverse mortgage, but now FHA took it over, so they don't call it reverse mortgage anymore. They call it HECM. But it's a way of maybe having extra money inside your budget. So HOA fees, okay, taxes goes up, medication goes up. I mean, it's going up like rocket high. Okay, your utility goes up, but you can cut ways on your utility by using less, turning off the lights and things like that, in order to make sure that your bill is low. I keep my bill low because things that I'm not using, I go ahead and turn off. But for many seniors, the income, it stays the same. Everything goes up, but the income is staying the same. So it's hard. It's hard to live like that. So today I want us to have a simple, honest conversation, okay, about ways senior can protect their peace, trim their budget, and make smarter financial decision without feeling embarrassed or overwhelmed. So I'm going to teach you some little ways that you can do, where you can cut your budget to keep your budget tiny, tiny, because this is not about fear. It's not about living in fear. This is about preparation, wisdom, and of course, your peace of mind. The other day, someone was on our No Filter, No Script, where they were talking about Alzheimer's and memory loss and stuff like that. But a lot of times, sometimes the stress that we have also goes along with that Alzheimer or memory loss and stuff like that. So we have to keep our mind free of all of that worries, because we don't want you to be fearful, because you're already making the money that you're making. It's not like it's going to get any better, unless the government that they decide they're going to give you a raise in your social security. But most um government don't give you a raise like that in your social security. So we want to make sure that we're helping you to trim your budget. Okay, know where your money is going. That's the first thing. You need to make sure you know where is your money going. A lot of times it's going to utility bill, insurance, all of that stuff. So you're spending money like crazy, but the money's going out, okay, but not enough coming in. So one of the first things seniors need to do is to sit down and look where the money is actually going every month. Okay, do a budget. I asked Beverly to maybe come on the podcast. She does taxes. Come on the podcast, and she can help seniors with the budget. Maybe she can, show them different places that they can cut the budget. So some of the things that you might look at, okay, multiple streaming. Okay, so I remodeled my house a couple of years ago, and what I realized that, okay, we had to take everything outside the house and we put it on the patio. So anyway, I wanted to watch TV. I told my husband, I want to watch TV. Can you plug the TV in? So he plugged the TV in without the cable, and it worked. We realized that we were paying 100 and I think it was 190 something or 150 something per month for cable that we really didn't need, because we have smart TVs. So when we have smart TV, all you have to do is plug the TV in the wall, okay, in the socket, and turn it on and use the app. And you'll be surprised to know how much money you can save. So now the only thing I pay for is I pay for my internet. I don't pay for cable. So I'm saving over 100 and something dollars on that. And keep in mind, AT&T just went through a lot of our neighborhoods, and what they did was they put cable in our neighborhood, so you can switch back and forth. Before, it was only Bright House that was in our neighborhood, and I think there was another one that was, I can't remember what it was when I first got here, was in the neighborhood. But Bright House, it kept, I think it started out when I got here about 40 something dollars, and then all of a sudden it goes up and they keep going up. But keep in mind, guys, that you can call these companies and tell them they need to lower your bill. And if they don't lower your bill, tell them to turn it off. And you know what they do? They lower your bill. Okay, you have to play that game with them, because it's the same game they're playing with you. So here I am, I'm paying $150 per month for Bright House or for Spectrum or whatever their name is. And then all of a sudden AT&T comes in, and AT&T said, okay, for the life of whenever you live inside your house or whatever, you only have to pay X amount of dollar, and that's it. So now all of a sudden I'm getting all these, I switch. So now all of a sudden I'm getting all these coupon in the mail. Bright House wants to charge me $30 a month for 5 years. Why didn't you charge me $30 a month before? All of a sudden now I switch, you're trying to gain back my. The thing is, I don't understand, is apartment complex, same thing with apartment complex, you're renting, and what they do is they keep raising your rent. Because when I talk to people, seniors, and they said they keep raising their rent. I talked to a senior yesterday, and they said that he started paying $1,000 a year, I mean per month. Now he's paying $1,700 per month. Just think, they keep raising it. It's the same thing with apartment complex. Why are you keep raising people's rent like that? And then you're paying to advertise to new people. And then these people, you raise their rent and they're leaving. I cannot figure that out. Can you guys figure that out? About why you keep raising the rent? Okay. And then people leave and they go find another apartment that's less expensive. And then you're advertising, you're spending the money to advertise to get new tenants in. Doesn't make any sense to me, really doesn't. But so some of the things that you can cut costs in, it's multiple streaming, cut that. Okay. And I'm telling you, if you call them, they will lower your bill. Okay. Trust me, I've done it plenty of time. Stop eating out, or maybe you might say you eat out once a month, cook your food. You can go to the food bank, because there's a lot of food bank for seniors. You can go there. Shopping online, if it's reasonable, because sometimes it's reasonable shopping online compared to driving out, then you can shop online if it's reasonable. Okay. Because nowadays they don't charge you for shipping costs, and they don't charge you for return costs. So it might be feasible to shop online. And one of the thing is, I said unsubscribe from, okay, unsubscribe from membership that you're not using. A lot of time we have all these membership that, and we forget about it and we're not using it. We're spending money that, don't really need to be spent on unexpensive phone bill. Now they have seniors, and don't forget, there's seniors discount in just about everything. You just have to find that out. A lot of time we spend extra money because we're prideful. We don't want to ask for a senior discount. Ask for your senior discount. You earned it. You earned that senior discount. So cut all the high cable bills, get rid of all of that. Okay. Cut the expensive phone bill. Like I think it's T-Mobile or something has a senior discount. And then some other companies have senior discounts as well, where you can pay $20 or something like that per month. Find that, it's out there. Find it. And when you're on a fixed income, every dollar count. Every dollar matters. Okay. You don't have to stop living, but you do have to become more intentional about your money, where you're spending your money, because people don't care about how much money you're spending with them. Okay. But you need to care, because you are on a fixed income and you have to make sure that, you're able to live, so you need to make sure that, you are cutting expensive there. Cut whatever you no longer need, what you don't need. Okay. You don't need the high cable bill anymore. Because I talk to people and they're telling me their water bill is $300 and their light bill is $300. Cut all of that stuff. Turn off stuff that you don't really need during the day. The big one is, a lot of people are paying for things that they no longer need. When you were young and you were working, maybe you need the internet or something like that. Now you're older, you're retired, you don't really need that stuff. Cut the stuff. Call and cut it. Call them, tell them turn it off. A lot of time when you tell them to turn it off, you know what? They go ahead and lower it, because see, they don't want to lose your business. So they go ahead and use it. Channel that you're not using. A lot of time is the cable company give you, yeah, you get 100 channels. You get 100 channels. So what? How can you watch 100 channel? You can't. So just mainly, maybe when you call them, just the channels that you watch, and find out. And if it's too expensive, tell them no, turn it off. And you know what? They will try and work with you and cut the cost to be suitable for you. So stop. Like storage unit. You don't need storage unit. A lot of time, I remember when I was volunteering, there was somebody that was paying for a storage unit. They were just storing junk inside of it. I said, why are you paying $100 and something for storage unit? Get rid of it. You don't really need that. Okay. Get rid of the storage unit. Storage unit is just something you just to store junk. And then you know what? Talk about cash cow. Cash cow is one of the thing that makes the most money. Okay, and what a cash cow is, it's a storage unit. Because what happened is, people take out the stuff out of their garage, okay, and they go rent a storage to put it in storage to store it. Make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. You're going to go store junk for 100 and something dollars a month. You go store, get rid of it, sell it, and put the money in your bank account. So when you need it, you'll have it. So stop spending money like that. So you got to trim your budget. Okay, it's not about suffering. It's not about. It is just about simplifying in your life. Okay, okay. So next thing is watch your grocery spending. Because right now groceries so expensive. If you can buy one and get one free, BOGO, go ahead and do something like that. Okay, because even the dollar store, remember, it used to be $1. Now it's $1.25. They're not trying to help you. They're trying to help their bottom line. Just remember that. So, cut costs when you can, with making sure that you're going out on senior days, and you might be doing your shopping on senior days. Because find out from the store what the senior days are. Okay, because every week there's a senior day. So you just have to figure out what it is that which store has discount, which store has the bargains, which store has the buy one get one free. So trim your shopping list. and find out, just only make a shopping list and only buy what's on your shopping list. Because a lot of what I do is when I go in the grocery store, you're gonna laugh at me. I learned something that I don't bring a cart into the grocery store. What I do is I go in and pick up what I need and I keep it in my hand. Because what's gonna happen is you're not gonna pick up more than you can carry. Oh, because when you go in there, first of all, you have memory loss. You go in there and I no lie, you go in there, you pick up all the stuff that you don't need, and the things that you actually need, you come out and you forget about it because you're picking up all this other stuff. Okay, so only buy what's on your grocery list. Avoid impulsive buying. Okay, buy only the things that you need, because right now I go inside people's houses and they stock up with paper towel, toilet paper, toothpaste, all of this stuff they stack up with. Okay, you don't need it, don't buy it. Okay, save your money for when you actually really need it. Okay, and check out the senior discount day. Check out your favorite store. What day senior discount? When should I come and buy the stuff that I need? Okay, and remember, listen, cooking at home is better than eating out, because of course when you eat out, all that salt is inside of it, but when you cook at home, you can control all of that and you can save money. So how should your home bring peace to you? Your home should bring peace to you and not stress. Okay. A lot of seniors are living in a home that have become financial burden or physically overwhelmed. And what I'm talking about is the house may need repair, it may need painting, it's hard to take care of. Okay. Maybe you might bring somebody in an exchange, them staying with you. Okay. Is they help you keep up the house, they help you paint the house, they help you clean the house, just things like that. So you won't get overwhelmed, because sometimes some of us live alone. It's not good to live alone, people. Okay, get somebody that can help you, because you live alone and you're inside that house by yourself. If anything happens, there's no one to call 911. Or if not, get one of those things that you put around your neck that you can that says that I used to laugh when I used to see it on TV when I was young. I've fallen and I can't get up. Okay, so get something like that. Maybe put it around your neck if you live alone. If there's nobody that can actually come and live with you. Okay, so the repair, the insurance, the taxes, the upkeep, the yard work, all of that stuff. It just become cumbersome and burden sometimes for you, because you can't move like you used to anymore. So sometimes the home it fits you when you're young, and then now it doesn't fit you anymore. It's a season that it's time to say, okay, well, I need something different. It's that time. There's nothing wrong with considering different options, guys. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, as we get older, we tend to not want to do anything. We tend to just want to sit down and relax, and stuff like that. To worry about the yard work, you worry about the house deteriorating and falling apart. Okay, sometimes we just have to right size. That house might be too big for you, so then you right size, which means downsize or right size. Some seniors, when I talk to them, they want a bigger house. When they're moving to Florida, some wants a smaller house. So that's why I said just right size. Not all size fit one person. Some people might need a bigger house. Some people might need a smaller house. The bills become cumbersome. It becomes burden. Okay, maintenance of the house, so that causes stress on you. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is increase your peace of mind, so then therefore you can live a better life when it comes to being a senior. Okay, okay, build a small emergency fund, because every day there's always an emergency. Okay, even on a fixed income emergency, it still happens. Okay, it still happens. So you can't just say, well, you know what, I don't have an emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund, you're going to have to figure out where you're going to get that money from to fix whatever it is. The car breaks down, the AC goes out, unexpected medical cost comes up. Okay, so all of that stuff. So have a little money set aside. Okay, that you can actually pull from. Even a little bit matters. A little bit matter, because emergency feels bigger when there's no money, or you don't have anything to fall back on when it comes to a small emergency fund. Emergency fund is something that you can go, you, you could have it in your bank account, but it's something that you can just go pick up, just in case let's say you needed a new tire, you can go get it from there. Okay, be careful of scam. I preach this all the time. Okay, scammer will drain your bank account. Okay, people, listen to me when it comes to the scamming. There's so much scammer going on out there. Okay, do not let anyone call you and scam you. Okay, and they'll pretend like they know you. Make sure you're not answering the phone, for somebody that you don't know. Seniors, okay, scammers target you more. And the reason why is you can't remember you can't remember your grandchildren name maybe, and then they call you and says, "Hey, I'm Johnny. Hey, Johnny's in jail. Hey, Johnny needs some money for gas. Can you send me a gas card?" It happens, people. It happens. So stay vigilant when it comes to that. Okay, they will call you and ask you for money. Oh, the fake contractor come in and says that they're gonna fix this and fix your wood rot, and then they'll take your money. They say, "Okay, yeah, go ahead and pay me the money. I needed to buy the material." No such things. Okay, let them do the work first. Okay, take the money out of their money and buy whatever it is that they need to buy, and you come up with an agreement and says, "Okay, once you start working and you're working and I see that you get some of the work done, I'll pay you X amount. When you're finished and I'm happy, I pay the rest of it." There's all kinds of stuff. There's insurance scam. Okay, I've been scammed. When it comes to the insurance, I had to pay back a whole bunch of money to IRS because I was scammed. Not scam, but they called and switched my husband from. They didn't switch him. Yeah, he still had one school insurance. So what they did was also put him on the marketplace. So then, therefore, because they did that, we had to pay back money, and we had to pay back quite a bit of money as well. Because you don't get nothing for free. Okay. The marketplace, you have to pay back what it is. If they, let's say they gave you $10,000 for the insurance, they charge that off on your taxes. So nothing is free like that. Okay. So, keep that in mind. Slow down, ask question, talk to someone you trust first. Call somebody. They might tell you don't call anybody. It's a hurry and they need to do it. You need to do it now. The other day, I'm turning 65 this year. And no lie, someone came and knocked at my door. I was in here, I think it was on a Monday, and I was doing the no filter, no script. Knocked at my door and says that they're trying to get me to sign up for Medicare. It's like, get the heck away from my door. What are you knocking on my door for? Okay. Don't knock at my door. Get away from my door. Why are you coming out for me to sign up on Medicare? I can do that on my own. I have my own provider. But why are you coming to somebody door to door? Why do you leave your office and come to somebody's door? It's like, don't answer the door. Okay. People are crazy. Okay. So talk to somebody first. Never let anybody pressure you into making a fast financial decision, because that's what they do. That commercial that's on TV, they're telling you, yeah, if you sign up for the gift card, this is your last day to sign up for the gift card. And if you don't sign up for the gift card, it is never going to come back around for a long time. Okay, it's okay. Let it go on. Okay. If it was good enough, they probably would not be advertising it that often, because it's almost like every second you see it, you know. So no, later for that. Ask for help when you need it. Don't be afraid of asking for help. Okay. There's no shame in it. Ask question and get help. I created the No Filter, No Script group. Rosemary, Ronally, and I created it so we can help senior understand whatever it is that they need to understand, and we can answer any question. And then we have trusted providers in there that will help them with something. There's always somebody. We keep inviting in. So if you know somebody that wants to be a part of our No Filter, No Script Senior Living in Florida group, just share our information with them, because we're looking for good people to come into the group where they can help our seniors, guide our seniors and help them, whatever it is that they need help with, they can help them. So keep that in mind if you know anyone. There are programs and resources out there for seniors. You have to seek and ye shall find. There's tax exemption. Okay. There's utility help. Okay. There's food programs, lots of it, and transportation service that's out there. And then there's also community support. Like we talked about, I talked about the No Filter, No Script. We support each other. This Wednesday, we went out to lunch and we went to a senior home that's shut in. They haven't come out in a while, and we had lunch. It was like 23 of us that showed up. What How awesome it was, and we celebrated his birthday, and he was so happy and so pleased. So it was good. I thank the Caribbean American Association and the No Filter No Script crew group connectors that we are part of. I thank you guys for coming in and just making it a great day for the birthday boy. And it was really fun. We had fun and we had so much food too. Okay. Sometimes people struggle simply because they don't know what's available. And there's a lot available. Ask question. Okay. Ask plenty of question. Okay. Ask more question on top of questions, okay? Because that's how you're going to find out things, okay? So I've went over quite a bit about how to trim your budget. Look at what you're spending when you're shopping online. Be careful, that you're not overspending. When you go into the supermarket, only buy what you need. Okay, make your grocery list. Okay, make sure that you're asking for your senior discount. Okay, make sure that your senior discount count is don't be afraid to say, hey, I'm 55 or I'm 50 or whatever it is. Where it's okay. A lot of people try to hide their age and says, well, you know what, I don't want to say I'm this, I don't want to say I'm that. You know what, it's okay. You earned it because you've been working all these years for this. So right now, I know the budget has been cut for in Congress and the Senate. They cut the budget for seniors so to give them extra money on the card that they normally give them, and they cut out a lot of things. So now you got to improvise and find out how is it that I can live on whatever I'm getting because I'm getting less. And it's not every year that they give seniors a raise in their pension or in their Medicare. Okay, it's not every year they do that. So whatever money you're getting, you're fixed. And if they do give you a raise, it's not a lot of money that they give you. So you still have to be able to live. And if you have not paid your house off, okay, you still have to make your mortgage payment. And people, hit me up, okay, for seniors that needs to put their house in a ladybird deed. Hit me up because you do need to put your house inside of a trust, some kind of trust or something. Because if not, then it's going to cost your family members that you leave behind. It's going to cost them a lot of money because that house that you have has to go through probate. Okay, even if you will it to them, it has to go through probate. So if you put it inside a trust or something, then you don't have to worry about it. So that's another topic, another time. If I'm going to invite an attorney on to probably talk about some of that stuff. On Monday we're going to be talking about kidney health, how to keep your kidney healthy and things like that, how to use natural things to live and to survive, because a lot of the pharmacies or a lot of the doctors tend to, every time something is wrong with you, they put you on a different medication. Okay, instead of trying to wean you off the medication, they put you on medication. And people, a lot of time it has to do, okay, let's say you have knee problem, a lot of time it has to do with your weight. Because a lot of time I worked in surgery for a long time, and before we were able to do an operation on your knees, they told you that you had to lose weight, because see, what happened is the weight is putting so much pressure on the knees. So it goes by that, lose the weight. Okay, if you lose the weight, a lot of time the diabetes that you have, the sugar that you have, whatever you have, the knees that you have, all of that, a lot of time what happens is all of that stuff disappear. But anyway, I'm reaching the end of my time. Okay, I thank you guys so much for joining me today on Golden Talk with Viv. I hope today's conversation encouraged you and reminded you that protecting your peace financially is important. Living on a fixed income does not mean you stop living. It simply means you have to become more intentional with your choices. And remember this, there is absolutely no shame in simplifying your life so you can enjoy it a lot more. If today's conversation helped you, please share this with another senior, caregiver, a family member who may need this encouragement today. And if you need guidance with housing option, right sizing, senior resources here in Central Florida, I'm always here to help. I'm Viv Cunningham with Preferred Real Estate Brokers. Thank you so much for joining Golden Focus Talk with Viv, where real conversation leads to real peace of mind. Until next time, take care of yourself and protect your peace of mind. Thank you for watching.